Hey Westies, welcome back to my channel, and today I have some tea to spill for you. Rainbow High recently released a video called The Green Girls of Rainbow High, and at the very end of this little teaser, we got a clip of Zoey Electra. We've already seen her animated, like from that little commercial clip with Monique Verba, Leela, Yamamoto, I believe, and some of the other girls. But the reason why this clip stood out to me is just because it adheres to my theory. In one of my last videos, I made some statements and a couple theories about the direction Rainbow High would be going in. And I also brought up Project Rainbow and how I theorized that it would be documented like a reality TV show. In Prescilla Perez's clip, we get a very similar layout to what we see with Zoe. We got a bunch of cool and fancy shots of her, and then we see her talking to the camera with her name labeled below, which is completely something you would see in a reality show in what is called a confessional, when someone in the show can talk privately to the camera without the other either contestants or people on the show's knowledge. So for Priscilla Perez, it's basically an identical, and when I say identical clip, it's featured in the Rainbow High Colors Pink video at the very end, just like Zoe's clip is. Another thing I find very interesting is that in Zoe's clip, she says, "Go Team Shadow High," or at least mentions Team Shadow High, but Priscilla says, "Go Team Rainbow High." In my theory video, I pointed out how in Luna and Sunny's TikTok clip, they were standing on two different sides of the school. Luna is standing on a side that's more reminiscent of Shadow High, while Sunny is standing on a side that's more reminiscent of Rainbow High. Behind Luna is a black wall, black door, and purple and teal neon lighting with a silver door held lamp. On the floor, there's also the words written Project Rainbow. And on Sunny's side of the room, she has a white backdrop, white door, pink, yellow, teal, and even a dash of purple neon behind her. And she's standing on a white and gold side of the floor, which has the extended words Project Rainbow. In my old video, I theorized that this would likely be because there would still be some tension between the schools and they would probably have to split up. But now, with this new information, I'm going to theorize again that yes, there will still be tension between the both schools after teaming up for Project Rainbow, but I'm pretty sure there will also be teams. Team Rainbow High and Team Shadow High. So, this is kind of another one of those competitions. But based on all the Rainbow High, Shadow High clips we've been seeing, I think they're going to make up somehow, some way by the end of the series or season. I'm also curious to know if this kind of team merge up is because Pacific Coast, the third Rainbow High School, didn't really do so well. It's also interesting to take into account that Soul Select, which is the school or place that's sponsoring the Royal Three when they won, which means that neither Rainbow High or Shadow High won on Rainbow Vision. I always felt like this ending to the series was a generic cop out because it was just too easy to just make some strange third school so that neither Rainbow High or Shadow High could win, just so it would be easier to extend the series and probably have more plots about Rainbow High and Shadow High. But still, I'm interested to see what comes. I also think that there's going to be a consistent trend leading up to the release of Rainbow High Season 4. In this clip we got of Zoey Electra, it's featured in the Green Girls of Rainbow High video, just as Priscilla was featured in the Pink Girls of Rainbow High video. I think that they're going to be releasing new clips of new characters in every of these color based videos. I think perhaps, just maybe, the next video to come to release a new character might be Victoria Whitman or Monique Verba. I theorize this because Monique Verba has already been shown in one of the teasers, so we know she's going to be there in Rainbow High Season 4, whether as a major player or not. I also theorize that Victoria Whitman could potentially be the next girl for Rainbow High, just because she's already really popular and we've seen the brand market and kind of even more popularize and capitalize on popular characters. So it would make sense for them to capitalize on Victoria. She's so popular even though she technically even hasn't officially released. And as for that other animation clip that I showed you in my first video, this is probably also going to be consistent with all the new theories that I'm coming up with. Actually, based on this lineup in the video, I could speculate, like I said, Monique Verba, but also Delilah Fields and Leela Yamamoto could also be featured in these special segments, especially since the color purple and yellow haven't been covered yet. So maybe they could get featured in one of those videos. But what do you think? I'm very interested to hear your thoughts. Another thing I can say about this clip is that the backdrops that Delilah and Monique are standing behind, I said this previously. At first, maybe it was for advertising purposes, but we've seen Sunny and Luna behind very similar backdrops, so I feel like this was an intentional decision. Whether the school that will take place in season 4 will actually look like this, I definitely think that this backdrop is supposed to be like a symbolism of the somewhat divide that the schools are going to have before they just unite and come together. This would also be suggested by how Priscilla says, "Go Team Rainbow High" in her clip, and while Zoe mentions Team Shadow High in her clip. Another thing I find interesting is that when Zoe Electra walks into the room, like for her clip, you can clearly see that this takes place in Shadow High. The doors are similar. There's even a picture of the original cast hung on the wall. And I think this is very interesting and also plays into my theory on why I think there will be some kind of school divide mentally and also physically. As we've seen with the different colored backdrops, Delilah behind the Rainbow High side, Monique behind the Shadow High side, Luna behind the Shadow High side, Sunny behind the Rainbow High side. I definitely think that the school may just be split up into like two parts almost. One part for the Rainbow High students and another part for the Shadow High students. I also think that this split up kind of mannerism will continue into the actual season because I feel like this Team Rainbow High, Team Shadow High thing, the Rainbow High students will inhabit the Rainbow High side of the school, while the Shadow High students will inhabit the Shadow High side of the school. You can also tell if you pay attention when looking at Priscilla's video, her name, Prescilla Perez, is listed by the words Rainbow High or the Rainbow High logo. And in Zoe's video, her name, Zoey Electra, is also listed by the Shadow High logo, which just like basically makes me think more into this divide and how there'll be a Rainbow High side of the school, a Shadow High side of the school, Team Rainbow High, Team Shadow High. And I do think the rivalry is also going to continue into this season. But I also think this is the season they will revolve things. In the clip that I showed you prior, we have Sunny and Luna dancing together. We also have Delilah and Monique hugging each other. I think this is definitely an ode to how the season will end. But what do you think? What are your thoughts on this theory, and what do you expect from Rainbow High Season 4? And does your expectations meet by what we're seeing now? Also, fun fact, in Priscilla's clip, in the background on the shoe hanger, you can see Sunny Madison's shoes. I just wanted to point that out before the video's over. Anyway, what are your thoughts? What do you think? And I guess I'll see you next time. Be sure to share all your lovely theories, thoughts, and ideas for Rainbow High Season 4 in the comments below. Bye, Westies!